Hello and welcome to my channel, She's Just Trying. My name is Hearts, and today we're going to be covering the subreddit I Don't Work Here Lady. I really like this subreddit because it's kind of like people just mistaking people who don't work there for people who do actually work there. So to stop me from rambling, let's jump right into the video. I don't work here, lady. That's why I refuse your tip. By you / a pretty long name. Obligatory, it happened a while back. Out with a friend eating dinner at a restaurant. Friday night, and it was quite packed. I excused myself to go to the loo. On the way back, a lady stopped me. "My dear, would you mind showing me the restrooms?" So I pointed her that way. She gripped my arm and asked if I could accompany her as she's quite elderly with poor eyesight and sometimes lost her balance. I helped her throughout the process, down to assisting her in the powdering her nose. She handed me a note, quite a good sum I would say, when we got out of the bathroom to my utter confusion. Told her I didn't work there, I was just being courteous and helping her out. Her face went red, she started apologizing profusely. I laughed, said it was all good and took her back to her table. When I called for the check by the end of the night, our server told us it had been taken care of by the elderly lady who's dining with her equally elderly husband. I swung by their table to thank her and she gave me a hug. Yeah, lady, I don't work there, but it's okay. A little kindness never hurt anyone. Note to self, don't wear black blouse and black jeans to a restaurant where the server's uniform is all black ensemble. So yeah, this is a really cute first story. I'm really proud of OP for just going through with it because she obviously needed help and he helped her out. I've been in situations like this before where old people have stopped me in shops or on roads and asked me to help them with different things, and I always help them out because, you want someone to do that for you when you're old. So I'm glad OP had the initiative to help her out and not even take her money. And the old woman is so nice for even paying for the food. So yeah, on to the next post. Woman grabs my girlfriend and I snap. By you / I'm a tail. So me and my girlfriend were out just enjoying our day. So we go to a local bookstore. It's a small place and the owners are friends with my girlfriend's family, and we help out every now and again, so we have a key to get in when they are closed. A woman sees us opening the door and asks if we're open. I tell her we're just running errands for the owners and that the store isn't open. She gets upset at me, demanding we let her in, saying, "It's just me, you're not going to get sick from one person," and some stuff like that. My girlfriend tries to tell her we can't let anyone in because they have to let everybody in and we aren't the owners. So the woman goes to snatch the key from my girlfriend and grabs her wrist. My girlfriend is having a panic attack. I should mention my girlfriend has PTSD and anxiety issues. So I grab the woman's wrist and pressure point her to get her to let go of my girlfriend and shove her and start berating her, using pretty colorful language. She tackles me and I punch her. Cops are called by some passerbyers, I guess, and they come over and tear her off me and ask what is happening. The woman tries to argue we assaulted her and that she was just trying to pick a book for her son. We tell him to check the cameras for the store because we know there are cameras watching the door that see almost into the street. He proceeds to arrest the woman. I get a warning to not be so aggressive next time, and my foster's called. I'm 16. Now I'm grounded for fighting and can't leave the house for a month. Yeah, so in this story, I feel like nobody's really in the right in this situation. Like, the woman definitely shouldn't have grabbed his girlfriend, but I also feel like attacking the woman was pretty excessive. There was no need to punch her. I mean, it could be technically self-defense, but I still feel like that was an excessive amount of force for, she grabbed onto the girl accidentally, as it's been put in the story, and after he had, let go, held the pressure point, I think that should have been the last thing. She tackled her first, so I guess that could be a validation of him punching her. But yeah, the police were right to say that he should be careful with aggressiveness in this situation. But yeah, so I'm hoping the girl is okay. She seems to be in good hands, so that's all that matters. Yeah, so on to the next post. No ma'am, this is not a dentist office. By you/Mary Rose Tudor. So a bit of background. In my neighborhood, there is a dentist office, not too far from my house. Very rarely, people would somehow mistake my house for the dentist office, even though they have a sign that clearly says dentist office. This happened in 2019. I was home from work, doing some homework, and watching a documentary for my history class, Britain's Bloodiest Dynasty, if anyone is curious. It was a very chill afternoon. I had supper on the cook, doing homework, and some coffee. Both of my dogs are asleep in their little beds. Then all of a sudden, I hear a knock at the door. The dogs jump up and start barking like mad. I thought it was my parents stopping by, but then I realized my dogs don't bark like that when the house is on fire, or when my parents come to visit. I set down my things, check on dinner to make sure it's not burning. I go back to the back door, and it's a lady that I don't know. I open my door, leaving the screen door closed, and greet her. And let's call this lady Karen. A classic, I know. Me. Can I help you? Karen. I have an appointment with Dr. Brown. Like the doctor from ER, and not his real name. Me realizing she's talking about the dentist down the road. Oh, that's down the road. If you just back out and go the road down just a little bit farther and turn on Rose Street, again not the real name, you'll see Dr. Brown's office. Karen is just baffled. Like, Karen EX stopped functioning. She looked at me, and then an ear-splitting scream came from my TV of some poor English lord being tortured because he angered some king. Like I said, watching a documentary on the Paganic dynasty. Karen jumped back at the sound and looked at me like I had spit in her bean curd. Karen. What is that? You can't watch it in a dentist's office. Me, dead face. Good thing this isn't a dentist's office. Please, have a nice day. I close the door in Karen's face. I look through the peephole, and it looks like she huffs and leaves. I never saw or heard from Karen again. Thank God. So I don't understand how you can mistake a house for a dentist office. Like, I'm sure you use a GPS to get to that street, because if you're that close to the dentist office, you should be able to use like Google Maps. And like, if someone tells you this is my house, this is not a dentist office, you should take the inkling to think, maybe they're not just driving me away from their, like if it was a dentist office, they would tell you, yeah, this is the dentist office. It's not like everybody's conspired against you to tell you that no, this isn't a dentist office, this is my house, that you have to walk down the street. It's not like, I don't understand where she's been that happens to her on a regular basis, but it seems that it does. So hopefully she got to the dentist office, and hopefully OP was able to do well on his homework. So yeah. So that's the end of the video. I'm glad that you watched to the end. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the subscribe button. There are 2 videos up there. There's the video and the playlist. If you want to watch more of my content, make sure to click on those. Everything that you do, every comment, every like, everything that you do on the channel really helps. I'm hoping that eventually I will get to collab with other bigger YouTubers, but that can't happen without your support. So if you have people that you know will enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe, send it to them, and that will help me out a lot. So thank you, stay safe, and bye.